Hello, this is Craig Bringer. I'm an undergrad student in Foundations of Artificial Intelligence, and this is my 8 puzzle. So this is the main easy, medium, hard boards. Here I create them as objects and create instances of them. Down here I have it set up to where you just uncomment the functions you want to run, or the searches you want to run. So right now I have uncommented hard BFS, hard uniform cost, hard best first, hard A star 1, hard A star 2. And I'm undergrad, but I actually did hard A star 3 because it was just a few little changes. I remade the Manhattan distances calculation, multiplying it by the number of the value of the piece. But I'm not going to run DFS hard. I guess I'll run it on easy just to show that it does work, but it takes up a lot of space on the screen when I run it on hard. So here, that's what it looks like. So this is hard, all of them hard except for DFS. So right, oops, still going. So here, A star 3 achieved. If we trace it back up, it shows the beginning of it. It's 31 steps. Okay, so A star 3. So as you show, or as I'm showing, it introduces the path. Initial state shows it. Move the 8 left. Cost of the move, total cost. That's updated each move. And then at the end, it says the type of search, the cost, the depth, and the number of nodes popped off the queue. It does that for every one of them with a nice little layout. So this is the board state. Have a lot of class variables. The constructor takes a board, an integer array, an int which represents the cost of the state change from the previous to the current, and a move, which is the move from previous to current, as a string. In the constructor, I call a bunch of functions to set the class variables. I have assign functions and then getters for each of these variables. Get size, assign pieces out of place, assign pieces out, or get pieces out of place. These are the heuristics. Manhattan distances was kind of tricky, using a bunch of math in a nested loop. And this is the one considering the weighted Manhattan distances, just multiplying by the value of that piece. Give empty space index. Down here is a successor generator. Oh yeah, I also make copies of the boards, because in the successor generator I call a swap function. I pass the space that I want to swap with 0, the successor state, and the move that is represented by that successor. So here's a swap. Takes those and puts them into a sorted array. This is a string. Yeah. So yep. Next is the node. Node keeps a type for if it's a uniform cost, best first, or star node, because those use priority queues, and I wanted to be able to I implement comparable on here so that I can sort according to what type of node it is, G cost, or various heuristics. I also have a parent, current state. This is the constructor for the root. This is the constructor for all the other ones, maintaining costs along the way. This is a comparator, able to insert into the priority queue based off of what type it is. BFS, I use a queue, a linked list, maintain the number of popped. Here's explore. So I use a hash set. This get int right here takes a string. I get the string representation of the array, and then I parse it as an integer so I can hash it. That makes it quick. Here is the if it's not the current state, do this successor generator. If it's not explored already, make a new node and add it to the queue. Otherwise, you found the goal state, and make a stack, pop them all off, printed out. DFS instead of the Q, I used a stack. That's pretty much the only thing that changed. Yep, and then in uniform cost, I use a priority queue. When adding, I make it of a certain type, uniform node. Not a lot of changes here either. Best. Oh, there's a heuristic though. Nope, there's not in that one. That's in best first. The cost so far is entered, and the current heuristic cost, which is pieces out of place. Again with the priority queue. A star also has a heuristic. Where is it? Right here, pieces out of place again. But again, comparable, sorts those into the queue, priority queue by F rather than by simply the pieces out of place. A star, current H cost is the Manhattan distances, comparable sorts by the F, and H3 Manhattan distances also, but this one is the weighted Manhattan distances, so it's evaluated that way. I enjoyed this project a lot. It was fun. It was a super challenge. Initially, the problem that I was running into, well, building a state was interesting, but actually in the BFS, I was hung up for a while. Had a lot of people try to help, but it was this return right here in the else, so it actually was hitting the else and then just continuing. But anyway, I had a lot of fun. Thank you. I'm looking forward to doing the next one.